I think that if you want to characterize crypto universe, you have one thing, Bitcoin, which is the dominant trillion-dollar crypto asset network. It's in essence, if God created gold in cyberspace, he would have created Bitcoin. It's gold in cyberspace, but it's got none of the liabilities and defects of gold. It's an encrypted block of sunlight. You can move it at the speed of light. You can program it with 1 million transactions a second. You can use it as the base layer for the 21st century economy. It's completely transparent. You can't make any more of it. It's capped at 21 million. You can take delivery of $1 billion of it in the palm of your hand or hold it in your head. Okay, so never in the history of the world did we have such a pure form of monetary energy. Well, once you understand it, you start with the observation that it's the most successful digital network in the history of the world, okay? It went from 0 to $1 trillion in 12 years. Google took 22 years, okay? Amazon took 24 years. Apple took 42 years. Microsoft took 44 years, right? So this is the most successful thing ever unleashed in the history of humanity from an economic point of view. So then the thought is, well, it seems like it's too good to be true. It's that good. Okay, well, will it be banned? Will it be copied? Will it be hacked? That's the question. In 12 years, it's never been hacked, right? It's been tried a gazillion times. No one managed to hack the underlying blockchain. It's the most secure database network on Earth ever invented, primarily because it is this decentralized network of SHA-256 ASIC miners. And
I was just going to mention that.
it's billions and billions of dollars of hardware, and the only use of the hardware is to secure the network. So it just can't be attacked in a conventional way. You would have to spend 4 years and $20 billion to attack the tip of it. And there's hundreds of millions of people that know you're not going to keep that secret for more than a few seconds before the community attacks back. So, I think that was created by one or more of a group of engineers that were very adept in encryption.
Are you one of them, Michael?
No, I'm not.
Okay, I'll believe you.
And we don't even want to know who it was, but I don't think they're here anymore. I think they're long gone.
Long gone as if the government got rid of them, or they're dead?
I just think they disappeared, exit stage left for the good of the world. And so it's clear that it was founded by people that were very deeply steeped in encryption technology and computer technology, but also in Austrian economics, right? And it's a masterpiece of monetary engineering. It's not the first try. People tried many, many times before, and certainly they tried to clone it thousands of times afterwards. It's simply the most successful crypto asset network in the history of the world, and it filled a niche. The niche is as a store of monetary energy, a store of value to replace gold. So I think we just got to come back to this issue of, will it be cloned? Will it be hacked? Will it be banned? It's not going to be hacked. It hasn't been hacked. Will it be cloned? People cloned it thousands of times and they all failed, because once $1 trillion worth of money decides that it's going to put all of its money in this bank in cyberspace, they don't need the number two. It's like there's a Facebook, there's a Google, there's an Apple. It's a path dependent thing. Everybody's decided $1 trillion of money and 100 million plus people. They've decided that Bitcoin is the bank in cyberspace. Once you've adopted that one protocol, then it has $1 trillion worth of energy behind it. Debating that is no different than saying, well, what if someone comes up with a better language than the English language? Can we get everybody in America to switch? What if I come up with a better standard railroad gauge than the standard 4 foot, 8.5 inch rail gauge? Can we get everybody to switch? What if I come up with something other than TCP/IP? People aren't switching from English or rail gauges or protocols or whatever, because there's so much economic inertia in the system. Like, what if we decided we wanted everybody to love, Buffy instead of Coke? Well, Coca-Cola is the world's biggest brand. Warren Buffett understands it. Buffa-Cola is not. And that's because if I destroy everything that Coca-Cola has done for 100 years, if I get rid of all the money, all the trucks, all the signs, all the inventory, everything, you still got to murder 5 billion people because they have in their head the idea that Coca-Cola means carbonated beverage I can drink safely, right? It's what's in the head. It's the brand. So Bitcoin is in the head of 100 million plus people as being money, but it's in the heads of billions of people as the safest, most standard form. And the protocol is built into 100 million plus people's lives and tens of thousands of companies. You can't get it out. So that's why copying it doesn't work. And then as for the banning, well, look, it's property. And in the Western world, in Western Europe and the United States, they allow you to own property. So it's a choice between Bitcoin and silver, or Bitcoin and gold, or Bitcoin and ETFs, or Bitcoin and other property. And it is, and it will be wrapped in AML KYC regulations, just like other properties you can buy. And that's what makes institutions comfortable owning large sums of it. But it won't be banned in the Western world because we have a tradition of respecting property rights. And it's already been normalized as property by the IRS, the SEC, the OCC, the CFTC, and other related agencies. I think that's really a critical thing. Some people will say, well, I heard it's banned in China or something. Well, actually, I'm not sure it's banned. It's hard to buy it, but in certain countries like China doesn't want you to get onto Google. That's banned. Facebook's banned. Twitter's banned. But that doesn't make Facebook, Twitter, or Google bad investments. So I wouldn't make my decisions based upon decisions that take place in China or India or Nigeria. I'd make my decisions based upon the prevailing view of the regulators and the society in the Western world. And I think that's come down very hard on one point. Bitcoin is property. Bitcoin is not currency. It is not a medium of exchange. The medium of exchange function is sitting with the fiat currencies, the euro and the dollar. The store of value function is migrated into property like gold, S&P 500 index, real estate, and Bitcoin and other sorts of things you can own. And I think that's a very stable, logical development for the society.